Welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I'm going to do some mushrooms. So I have a couple of different types here. So like I got a Temu haul the other day. So I have a set of 5 here. So these are just mushrooms. So they don't do anything. They just sort of, you can put them in your garden or do whatever you like with them. These have got like the top and the base attached, so you do the top first and then you do the base. But this part of the set is a much bigger mushroom, so you do the lid and the base separately, and then you stick the base to the lid. So once this is cured to the point that I can stick something on it, but it's not going to soak into it, then I can put this on. So this is going to be a little bit tricky to do because I have to do this at a different time to these ones, I think. Or what I might have to do is do this and maybe put these ones into my little dehydrator to cure them enough so that when I make up the bases I can actually quickly cure this one before I just don't want it to be a different color. So I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to do this and get this to sit on there while I'm doing these. Like, hopefully you get the gist of what I'm talking about. And I'm also going to do a couple of other little mushrooms, and these are trays. Oh my god, every time I come outside a plane goes over. All the bells are ringing. I've got bird scarers, so it's windy today again, so our bird scarers are working. So all right, I'll go back to what I was saying. So these have got the little circles in them, so I will mica powder the little circles. Now I hopefully have got 2 different mushrooms here. They seem to be like one is taller than the other, and hopefully these lids are different. They look a little bit different and one's a little bit wider. So hopefully, because I ordered 2 different ones, so I'm hoping that they've come as 2 different ones. So what I want to try and achieve is I want to get a matching set to this little one that I did before Christmas, and I'll link the little video that I did for this one. So it's just a little trinket thing. So I want to try and get the same colors so that I can have a whole set. So because I'm doing a fairy garden for my granddaughter, so I want to be able to put them all in their fairy garden. Probably not the trinket trays, but like the trinket boxes, but we'll see. So I have got my colors. I am using the set that I buy, or that I have purchased from Amazon, and I just call it CT. So just look it up. Hopefully you can see the name clear enough. I cannot pronounce it. So I'm using lilac number 18, lemon yellow number 25, apricot number 43, light green number 20, silk blue number 30, and rose red number 27. So these are exactly the same colors as what I've used on the other little mushroom. And I'm putting in my lid, I am going to put in the green like on the mushrooms. So this is green pearl number 9. I also have my non-sinking sparkle, which is this one, number 10. So these are Temus. So just look up non-sinking sparkle. And then this is just a sparkle and it's number 3, and that comes in a set of 6, and they're Temu as well, so they're just sparkle. So I'm also using, for the base, I want it to look like, I want it to be a different color, so I'm going with Gold Pearl number 5. I want it to sort of look like a little bit yellowy browny color. Then I'm using number 2 in the little sparkles, number 7 in my non-sinking, so that's as close to yellow as I could get. So, and then I'm going to put the tiniest tiny bit of number 56 coffee in it. I just want that to have that like tinge, so it looks like the base of a mushroom. So like, it doesn't matter what color you do them, because they're for kids. They don't care, like the brighter the better. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to put my powders in. So I will get a brush, and I have a little brush right here. Now hopefully it's not too small, so I've got my little brush, and I do apologize for those bells because I cannot take them down because they are, I have to get a big ladder to get them down with. So I'm going to just move these out of the way, move that out of the way, smooth some of these. I'm going to get the ones that I need to paint to make sure that there's no other little ones. Like these ones are 5 different sizes and they are fantastic. These are just going to be so cool. Right, so we've got our lid. There's nothing in these to paint. So, well, like the other one is like a little house thing. So we're going to get these, this and this. And this one's got 12 little dots in it. So I will try and turn it inside out and do the dots. It's quite soft. And these ones have got 6. So that's why 6 different colors, and then I will put 2 of each color in that one. So, gonna get our red, and it's sort of more of a pink than it is a red. Oh, now my bells are going as well, my chimes. Always the way, isn't it, when you start something? But the joys of resining outside. So hopefully you can see this. I had it a bit close to my chest then. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Because you can, and I didn't do it with my other one and I should have, you can get a little bit of gold, and you can see in here how it's got the little indent. You can actually do them with gold or silver or something like that. I didn't do it with that one. Or you can do it with a little bit of white to highlight it. So that's done. I'll get it right around the edge. And then I'm going to go the same on this one. It does worry me that these lids are the same. Okay, so there we go. And get it all around there. I just love the colours of these mica powders. They're amazing. Get that all around that edge. Got a little bit in there now, which I'll get out with a bit of a wipe. And then I'm going to just try. Actually, I won't flick it inside because when you go to put it back in there, it it just gets it everywhere. So I'm just going to dab a little bit in my lid there, and See how we go with it. Okay, I don't know whether you can see in there or not. I am making a bit of a mess. And then I will do a I want to do a little one, so let's do a little one down here. There we go. So I'm going to continue doing these colors. Then I will clean it all up and I will come back and I'll work out how much resin I need for all of these, because I possibly won't do these bases because the bases will be done at the same time as these, so that I get all the one color. So alrighty, I'll be back shortly. I have made up my resin. I made up, what did I make up? 300 of A and 275 of B, and this is 300 mils. So I'm hopefully this doesn't flash cure, because I cannot remember how deep I can pour this, because it is about probably 1.5 inches. So we'll see how we go, because these are pretty much nearly the same, really. So we'll just see how we go. So I ended up putting the tiniest bit glitter deep green in there, number 36, just to give it a little bit of colour. So because I forgot to write this down, I will tell you how much I used. I used 2 little spoons, so 2 heaped spoons of the green pearl, 2 heaped spoons of number 10, the sparkle, and I used 2 spoons of this. Hopefully I can get more of this. And then I used a super flat spoon of that. So, alrighty, let's see how we go. So I'm just going to just scrape that off. I've stirred it. It's been sitting probably now 10 minutes. I did try to put it in the debubbler, but because it's such a thick resin, it the debubbler does nothing. So, like, I'm not really sure whether the debubbler is actually working properly. I need to get a different resin and try it. So what I'm going to do is pour into this deeper one first, because I know how much that takes, because I measured how much that one takes. Wow, that's a lot. There we go. Now I can see that I'm going to have to make up more for all of these. And all the way to the top. Dome it. Now I will do these and then do these after. So you just come up. Oh wow, I'm going to have to make up way more. Oops. Stop. Okay, did that come up more than I wanted it? Oh no. It's underneath, so you're not going to be able to see it. So pour that one in. It's got something in it. Just get that out. Try and grab out what that is. I think I got it. Now pour that in. Hopefully I've got enough for the tiny ones, but maybe not even enough for the tiny ones. Well, these are going to be expensive. Okay, that'll dribble down. And my little one there. Can't quite see it. There we go. Whoops. Nearly overdid it. And then we have this one. So pretty much What have we got? 575, and it does the 5 set. So scrape that in there. Go, that's to where it needs to be. And what have we got in that one? That one's to where it needs to be. So I'm going to make sure there's no bubbles in these. Give them a really good bang to make sure there's no bubbles around the edges there. And then I will make up some more for these two. And I'm reckoning that took 300, so I might make up another 300. I do have something always sitting off to the side that I can put my little extras. I bought an octopus the other day, so if need be I can put it into the octopus. Just bang that out. Move them so I don't spill them. There we are, make sure that I don't want to move that mica powder in there, so I can't sort of give it a good squidgy. Can bang the bubbles. Right, so doesn't seem to be any in there. I'll probably put a smidge more into this one. To get it up to that line properly. There we go, it's up to the line. There we go. I'm going to sit them off to the side because I will cover them. That one. I can see that that's got bubbles in it. Squeeze those bubbles out. Okay. I actually could probably do with a tiny bit more in there. There we are. Now this one definitely is going to have a squeeze. That out. Okay. Now put a little bit more in there. Just bring it back up again. There we go. Hopefully that's not too much in there now, because you can see on the side there how much is in there. Could probably, what am I going to do? I'm going to just take a little bit out because I did put a bit much in there. Take that much out. There we go, that's better. Alright, now I'm going to give this a good bang. Don't want any bubbles in there. Wish I could put it in the debubbler, but just think that the resin's too thick for it. So alright, I'm going to make up some more resin. I'll move these out of the way and I'll come back in a second. Okay, I'm just using my little hand mixer here. So I've made up 160 of A, and I've made up 150 of B. I've put a heaped teaspoon of my pearl, and a heaped teaspoon of both of my sparkles, and a half a teaspoon of my glitter deep green. So it looks pretty well the same. So I'm just, this mixes for 4 minutes. It's got a little timer on it. So it normally goes on a stand, but couldn't be bothered getting it out. So I thought I would just stand here and just give this a mix, because then I can make sure that it's all around the edges. So when this is all mixed up, which is going to be way too much, I will probably do the octopus. And I'll put an extra, what I'll do is, depending on how much I've got left, I'll put this colour in the base and see how I go. If it goes into the legs, then I will change it up and add some extra colour in it, just for the feet. So we'll see how we go. Okay, we're stopped, so I'll just let this settle for a minute and then I'll come back. Now, I've let this settle for a minute. I've made sure that all of the edges are all scraped down properly, so there's no excess on there. And I am just going to give this a bit of a bang. Sticking to my bench. A wipe. Now the other resin is getting quite hot, so hopefully I didn't need to use a deep pour with this. It'll be a very expensive lesson if I did. So I might just spray these ones. Just get in on the edges there. Okay, and let's pour it in. Okay, up we go. Oh, hopefully you can see me. Sorry, I didn't make sure that you can. Just quickly get up on my ladder while the bubbles come out of that. And just make sure, yes. Wasn't sure whether I moved my camera or whether I moved my little lids to the wrong position. So just give them a tap. And that one, and the wind has come up again. And there we go. Well, there'll be no room for the octopus. I love how all that mica powder all goes round and round and round. It's just amazing. Just tap that out. A bit of the mica powder's coming to the top that was put on there on the little dots. Give that a good tap. Give it a bang. Just to make sure that there's no bubbles, because you get the fine little bubbles around the edges. Hopefully that may have worked. And they're sitting in there quite nicely. Bring it up. All the way to the top. There we go. Bring that one all the way to the top. Wow, so that has taken 575, 675, 700, 800. Wow. So that's only for all of the lids, that's 800 grams. So it'll be well over 1 kilo by the time I finish this. That's a lot of money. There we go. So I have looked into doing a market. So I think you'd have to put, like on a whole set, I think you'd have to put about $50 on the whole set just to even make a little bit of money back. Because if you buy it at, sometimes it's $140 for 4 litres, or you know, what is it? I can't remember what it is in grams, but it's a lot. There we are. Don't seem to have too many bubbles around it. Okay. All right. Just gonna see whether that needs a bit more. Tries a bit more in that. So it's right to the edge. That's, yep. Beautiful, beautiful, and beautiful. There we go. Get that to dome a little bit. Then I won't have to be cleaning up any edges. I really don't want sharp edges. I think it's still got a little bit more. Well, there you go. No room for the octopus. There we are. A little bit more. And did I go over that? I don't think I did. Perfect. And they're all good. There we are. Not much left. There we are. Alright. I am going to just let all this set up. Hopefully it does not flash cure because that is getting super hot. So are they. My weenie ones are cold. So fingers crossed. And I'll come back. Okay. I'll be back in a second. Now I am sure that the Air Force waits to play until I decide to do resin. So I've made up 300 of A, another 275 of B. I've put in 1 spoon of my gold pearl. Going to just put in another one, so they're big heaped teaspoons. And then I'm going to, I've got my little brown open there, so I'm going to work out how much I wanted that. So I'm going to do 2 spoons of yellow, and that's just the yellow sparkle. And then I'm going to do, and that is not open, so first we shall open. Run that around. There we go. Pop that open. It's very windy lately. And then we're going to 2 big ones of that. And there we go. It's still got the greeny tinge, but I don't actually have like a proper yellow in the floating ones. Now, my daughter-in-law did ask whether my other one glowed in the dark, and I've just realised I should have maybe put a little bit of powder, the glow-in-the-dark powder, in the tops, but I didn't, so I won't in the bottom. So I'm going to put probably that much, so that would be equal to a level teaspoon of the brown, and we will give it a mix and we will just see Now I haven't even looked at mixing my resin yet, and I have got, this is flash cured, so I'll have to just deal with that. These are warming up, so next time has to be done with a deep pour, but I don't think I have enough deep pour to actually do like a whole set. So I'll have to maybe do it in sections. So here we go. Oh wow. How pretty is that? You can see the gold coming through, the yellow. I won't put any more of that coffee colour in. So that was number 56 coffee. So hopefully this doesn't end up too dark now. Oh wow, look at that gold. Hopefully you can see it. Oh yes, you can. So I'm not sure whether I mentioned I've actually got all of my other pieces at the moment in my tiny little dehydrator, just trying to get them to set a little bit so that I can pour this in, because I've decided to pour them into the other bits, try and get that cured in the same time as the rest of these so that I can stick it on, because I want it a little bit sticky on the top, so that I can just pop it on with no glue. I have done that with my angels when my angels have been soft, because you can get the left and the right. When they're still a little bit soft, you can actually, like, not sticky or anything, you can, when you can pull them out of the mold, you can actually put them together. And sometimes I do it with a little bit of tape, but like if they're super flat, you just stick them together and there's no glue, no nothing, and they stay together. I've got angels hanging up and they have been up for 12 months and they don't come apart because the resin fuses to each other. So hopefully the resin is going to do the same thing. Hopefully, if I can get it quick enough and not set too hard. So all right, I'm going to keep mixing that. That's a fantastic color. It's still opaque. Oh, sorry, opaque. It's still see-through. All right, I'll keep going and I'll come back. Okay, so I've just got these two out of my little dehydrator. So they're still reasonably pliable but set. So what I'm going to do, bang the bubbles out of this, move that out of the way for the minute, just move these slightly, there we go, and they're starting to set nicely, so I'm just going to move that and bring these in, make sure you can see me. All right, now give it a torch. So I will get the other two out of my little dehydrator when I'm just about finished with this. Okay, so I'll pour these two first, because then I can move them. Right, spray it, I think. And pour. There we go. Pour to the edge there, and then I can just top up. Hopefully this time I've made enough, because if I work it out, I have made up way over 1.5 litres of resin. An awful lot. that is with the 2 other little mushroom boxes as well. There we are. Pretty tall. Oh, didn't spray. It's a bit silly. And we'll spray into these. And that one. Let it run down the edges. Got resin on my fingers. Whoops. I stopped the egg from going through. I think you need to just sort of go like that a little bit, I think. Just so that it doesn't stop that air. And I've made up way too much. Oh my God, what a waste. What a waste. There we go. Right, we'll do a top up. Top that up. Dripping. Go get those drips off. Now hopefully I can catch this one when it's sort of sticky. There you go. I will definitely dome them. A few air bubbles coming out of that one. There we are. Now, just wipe my fingers there. Give that a little squidgy. Make sure there's no bubbles in it. And that one, I'd hate to have a bubble down the bottom of it. Doesn't look like it. Pretty good. How are these ones? Give them a good bang. Okay. That one a bang. Should be pretty good because of the spray in there. Just run it down the sides there. Now, chop that up. Now my other little tiny ones have had an extra probably 5 minutes now. They don't need a lot. Just doming those so that I don't have too much cleanup at the end. And right, I am just going to clean off my hands. I will go and get these other ones and see whether they're set enough to pour into them. Okay, so my weenie ones are done. Spray a bit of alcohol into them. Tiny bit in there. There we go. Hopefully you can see it. I'll move it to there. Should put my octopus in my little machine for 10 minutes, I think, and set that up. I think I might go and do that. Go. Domed, they're domed, they're domed. Right. Alright, I will come back when it is time to attach that one to the mushroom head. Hopefully it works. I have taken this out of its mold. It was actually quite easy. It was a little bit hard to get in around the edges with my fingernails, so I got a fine pair of tweezers and I just flicked out the edge. So this one's quite hot still, and I nearly ruined it because it's not meant to go like that. It's meant to go like that with the round at the bottom, because if you actually read the instructions, you make this first, then when this is half cured, I think you put it in there, I think. So what I'm going to do, like, how cool is that? So I'm going to take this one out of its mold. Hopefully the base is cured properly. Just going to roll it down. Comes out super easy. Hopefully we are set down this end. Ow, ow, ow. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, put that back in where it belongs without ruining it. Now, it is quite soft. So I'm going to try and center this. You're not going to notice that mark that I've left on there. Don't think I'm going to get too many options. Okay, that looks centered. I actually like the height on it. Well, it's on there now. So this is, see how it's pliable? Hopefully I haven't blurred you. See how that bit is soft? That bit up there is quite hard. So, stuck on there, look at that. That's how it, no, it's not quite stuck. So, pressing too hard on it. So, center it again. Then I just need to leave it. That, a little bit more across that way. There we go. Now I'm going to press it down again. Press it. Really quite firm. Then I'll leave that. Because this is about the stage when it's wobbly, like pliable, is when I do my angels. So hopefully I've got it right. Like, I have ruined that a little bit before, but I can just get that with a bit of a nail file tomorrow morning, and it won't be rough, and it'll be beautiful. Like, hopefully they're not plain and boring. I really like that. Now I've got something on here, so I'm just gonna just give it a spray and a wipe, a bit of paper towel. Make sure I've not got any resin on it that shouldn't be on it. Look at the sparkle. That's got the wow factor. I really, really like that. There we go. And like, if this doesn't stick, I'll super glue it. There we are. Now I will turn this upside down. I will make sure there's nothing on my bench for it to stick to. Got a bit of a wipe. That on there. Now, we're not quite ready to go with our jars. These are probably a couple more hours away. See how they're a little bit too soft? And these, they're fast cured. So, got resin on my hands. There we go. So I'll take these out. I'll just take them out one by one. I'm going to get fingernails underneath them. Then I'm going to spray with a bit of alcohol, and then I just run my finger around like that, get it in there, pop that open so it gets down in that bottom bit. Get that down there in the bottom bit. There we go, that's got it. There we are, can you hear it? Oh, look at that. It just popped out. So squeeze that around. There we go. You see how it's moving around? There we go. See that? So just going to just hopefully pop that out. Fingernails in under there. There we go. Well, that's pretty cool. I rather like that. Now, I could have done this in, you know, the really cool like inks and things like that, but I just wanted to see what it's going to look like. Hopefully they're not boring. Now let's get this one out, because I want boring. I don't want boring, but I could have done with a little bit more colour in them, but it is a matching set. So I'm just going to spray that in there. There we go. And then we're going to just pop that open, get it in there. There we go. You can see it as it does it. This is just stuck to the edges a bit. There we go. Pop that round. Oh, this is the colour one. I am looking forward to seeing these actually. Just spray a little bit more in there, just to get that around. And sorry if you can't see me, not doing a very good job. There we go. That over there. There we are. Oh, I like him. He is very cool. Very, very cool. Pop him in there. I like him. Nice. The colours are just very, very pastel, and that's what I wanted on him. And next time I'll do like really bright colours on him. There we go. Now, that one can't be done. This one's still soft. And that one is still soft. Let's see, no air bubbles. So, I'll do the lids. Pop that there. A fingernail underneath it and pull it out. Spray. Run my finger around and just pop him out. Just like that. Now, I'm just going to just sit that like that because I want to see the difference in the lids. Now, I've got the finest air bubbles around there, but really, unless you point them out, nobody's even going to see them. Move them back over there a little bit. So, going to my fingernails underneath him again, and just spray. Oh, just need to fix up my sprayer. There we go, that's better. run that around and pop him out as well. So I have put colours, like I have coloured in little circles on these to see see how I've done that, and then the base has got the same colour on it. I will try and find a more permanent marker for these so that I know which base goes to which lid. So alright, let's turn him over. So how cool is that? That is very, very cool. That's sort of gone, like it goes pink and gold, this colour. Very pretty. And they match. They match. I have a whole matching set now. So let's turn this one over. Oh, that's pretty. Now, see there's a difference in the height in these. So let's see if there's a difference in the shape in them. Let's move them out of the way. So one is definitely higher than the other. So there we go. A little bit higher. There we go. So I will have to leave these lids next to these so that when I demold the other ones, which will be in about half an hour to an hour, then I will know which one to put on there. So are all done. They are all cured up. They are beautiful. These are still a little tiny bit soft, so I don't want to stick the lids on and have them stick to it. So I'm going to show you our mushrooms, and that is all nice and cured now. So that is all oopsie, sorry, I've just fallen off my step, so I just want to make sure I'm not too close to you. He's cured up, he's all stuck on there, he doesn't move. If you get to it early enough when that bit is still soft, you can just stick him on there. Otherwise, a little bit of super glue. But I love him. I will wait till it gets a little bit harder and I will file that around. But they're very cool. And then we have, so we have our little one. Loving the colours on it. There we are. And then we have the round one. I just love them. So tomorrow, when they're a little bit harder, I will get around the edges with a file just to make sure they're not sharp. But I love the sparkle. And then our little weenie ones. These are still a little bit soft down the bottom. And this one, I broke him as I was bringing him out of the mold because they were still a little bit soft on one end. So I pushed it back on, and it didn't quite sit on there, so stuck a little bit of super glue on him, pushed him down so you can't even see where it broke. So like, I won't even let anybody know that it was broken. So there we go. And then this little one, he's really cool. I like the weenie ones. And then we have our little boxes. Look at how that turned out. That is so cool. They look fantastic. So that's that one. Let's pop his lid back off. And then that's this one. So they are slightly different shapes. So there we go. And there we are. So when I put him back down, I make sure that I haven't moved it in any way because it is still a little bit soft. And there we go. So I will take some photos. So I will bring this one back in as well. There we are. so they match beautifully. So I have the whole entire set now, and I just love them. So I've got 3 little trinket boxes, and then I have the 5 mushrooms. So that is going to look really cool in a little garden for my granddaughters. So all right, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you subscribing, and let me know what you think. And I do appreciate all your comments, and I will get back to you, all of you, to say thank you. And that is it. So hit the like button, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you want to, it is free. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time, and be safe.